Welcome to episode 1 of Garage Days. Alright, I've decided to do these Garage Days series, and what we're going to do, we're going to start from the very beginning. We're going to start with ollies, then pop shoves, then kick flips. As you can see, got a small quarter in the background, and we're going to start with rock and rolls, 50-50 stalls, tail stalls. I've got a nice little butter bench right here, and we're going to start with board slides with 50-50s. We'll get into more advanced to flip in and flip out tricks, kick flip 5-0 varial flip out. We've got a nice little rail over here, a little flat rail. We'll get into board slides, front boards, 50-50s, Smiths, feebles. We'll get into more advanced kick flip front boards, kick flip front blunts. But we're going to start from the beginning here with episode 1, which is board setup. All right, so as far as me, I know everybody's a little bit particular. When you're first starting, it really doesn't matter. You just want to get on the board and start doing tricks. I like a little bit more of a mild concave, and I'm actually going to be switching today to a steeper concave. I actually skate a local brand called Test Skateboarding. You can find their decks at testskateboarding.com. Super dope boards, man. I love these boards to death. Great shape, great glue. I know some people really care about graphics. I'm not too much about graphics because they pretty much get tore up anyway. I'm more about shape, glue, and strength. If I leave my board in my truck and it's super hot outside, and it gets super hot in the truck, I don't want the wood to start separating because of crap glue. As far as trucks, I've skated independents most of my life. I did switch to Thunders because a friend told me he really liked them, and I actually like them. I mean, they grind down pretty quick, but they're light. I love them. I've skated Bones Reds pretty much for like 21 years now. I've had a couple sets of the Bone Swiss ceramics. I think as far as price point, I mean, the Reds are cheap. They last me about 6 months. I only go through 2 pair a year. I generally, as far as wheels, I generally skate a pretty hard wheel. I've done a lot more street skating, probably in the past 2 or 3 months. And I wanted to switch to a smaller wheel because it's super hard with hard wheels to skate choppy ground, lots of cracks. And so I picked up these Bones X formulas. There's supposed to be a new formula they've come out with. It's a soft wheel, but you can still do your reverts, your slides and stuff, just like you could a hard wheel with street skating. I have skated these in our local park, and dude, they were super good in our local park, and I'm really, really liking these wheels. So I did get a few decks sent to me by Moose Skateboarding. Like I said, it's a little steeper concave than what I'm normally used to. I did a nice little stencil on the bottom, AOS, All Out Skateboarding. So I'm going to go ahead and grip this board up with some mob grip, super sticky, and I'm gonna switch these out real quick. So the way that I grip, I like to start off at one end like this. I line it up, make sure everything's going to be good and straight, and I start off at one end. I just kind of press it down, going all the way across. I do this because it's easier for me, like, to keep all the bubbles and wrinkles out. I can just push them out as I go along. Once I get a nice fit, I just use like a small screwdriver, run it across the edge, and that just knocks the grit off and makes it easier to cut. I get it all gripped, here's a little trick. Always tear off the corner of the grip tape like this. Put it on my fingers, and I run across these edges here, and that helps push the grip tape on the edge so it don't start peeling up when you're skating it. And she's gripped. Now we got to pop our holes in. I always do it from the bottom first. Then I come back through the top. Push it back down through the top. Make sure and open the hole really good for the hardware. There she is. Now we're going to switch our trucks. Alright, we're going to switch these trucks out. So another tip, when you're tightening your hardware to put your truck on, you don't want to over tighten it and get stress cracks in here to make your board crack easier. So you just want to snug it. Snug it just a little bit. There we have it. All right, so now that we got the new deck set up, like I said, new deck from Moose Skateboards. I've got the Bones X Formula 54 millimeter wheels. These are 97 hardness. I normally skate a 101. I went to a softer wheel because it really helps with street skating. I've got Thunder trucks, and yeah, I absolutely love them. And one of the other things I'm gonna talk about is shoes. Man, there's so many different shoes, and that just depends on what you like. I don't know if you can tell right here, I've got some Tyshawn Spitfire collabs on. This was an old pair of Tyshawns I had. You can see I kind of wore these out. So I love Adidas shoes. These are some of my favorite. These are brand new. I haven't even skated these yet. These are the classic Booznit shoes. These are actually the Booznits also, just with the gray stripes instead of the white stripes. So what I like about Adidas is right here is a little bit wider. I have a pretty wide foot, so I like the wideness of these shoes, and I love the sole technology that they put in their shoes. New Balance for me is a wider shoe and has really good sole technology. It just seems to me like the Adidas lasts longer. So I definitely love Adidas. I love the Booznits. I love the Tyshons. I've had the Tyshon mids. This is actually my third pair of the Tyshon Spitfire collabs. These were super comfortable straight out the box, no break-in period. Absolutely love them. The Booznits I love. They actually, you know, I have to skate them for a solid 30 minutes, and I usually wear them for a good hour or two before I skate, just to break in, you know, this part so it doesn't hurt my feet. Yeah, so it depends on what you like, what you're comfortable with. I mean, I know guys that wear Vans. I'm not particular to a really thin shoe without a whole lot of sole technology, because I've shattered my ankle 3 times, so I do need a good bit of support. I know some people like the Dunks and Nike Dunks. For me, they're too slender for my feet. They make my feet hurt. That, and one of the issues that I have is right here where it creases. A thin shoe really hurts the top of my foot. Yeah, so just depends on what you like. Like I said, I like Adidas, I like New Balance. I tend to prefer Adidas. That's what I skate all the time. And yeah, so that's it. And I really hope that y'all enjoy this video. I'm gonna start doing more of these, and the reason I decided to call it Garage Days is because most people, when they start skateboarding, they start in their garage or their driveway. And like I said, I have a quarter back here, I have a butter bench that I built. You'll see me skating this. Actually, if you like the butter bench, I did a whole build video on it. This is on my channel, go check it out. I've also got a flat rail. It used to be my son's, and we repurposed it, and so I'll be skating the flat rail in the driveway as well. So if you like my video, please go like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it, and we can go on this progression journey together. Yeah, so I can teach y'all a lot of stuff. I'm going to start, like I said, with beginner, and then we're going to move to intermediate, and then we'll move to advanced. I'll start showing you guys trick tips. We'll do a lot. We'll do a lot together. So I really hope you like this video. Like I said, make sure and smash that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.